Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at how to write a leaflet, part of our non-transactional writing. So a leaflet really focuses on one topic. Okay, it's all about that one. It doesn't take a few different ones. It's really subject specific. So when you're writing a leaflet, you need to come across as an expert, okay? So when we're writing a leaflet, there's two different things you need to think about. One of them is a lovely acronym, chubfish. I think some of you have seen this before. Some of these will not be relevant. As in an exam, I'm not going to ask you to whip out your colouring in pencils and draw me a picture. So, if we're analysing an article, however, you need to think about how colour is being used, okay? This one is for heading. A heading in a leaflet needs to really grab that reader's attention. They're quite small. You've seen them probably in service stations if your parents have gone up to pick up some fuel. If you've gone sightseeing, you'll find leaflets in the visitor centres. I will link a few different examples in the description below so you can have a look at them. You can use an imperative, so a command, we have an exclamation point out there just to really grab that attention. It could be a rhetorical question, especially if you're trying to get somebody to visit a place, or maybe if it's a medical leaflet, to think about their actions or something that they're suffering with. So a few different techniques you can use there. This one is our underline. Tends to draw our attention to a specific point in the leaflet, give it a bit of attention. Same with bold. Again, in your exam, I don't really expect you to do this several times really to emphasise what you're writing. There's no point in that. But if you're analysing it, pay attention for details like that, because that's meant to be where your eyesight and your attention is meant to be drawn to. This one again is more when you're analysing. For font, image, again that's your analysis. But again, when you're writing, you need to think about subheadings, because leaflets aren't just a block of text. They open up with your heading at the top, a bit of an opening to explain what the leaflet's going to be about, and then you go into subsections which you need to have a heading on top of, so the reader can see the specific information that they want. They might be able to leaf through it, or if you want to draw them to specific information. By doing that, you can also add in bullet points, and that can either be your direct, just bullet points like this, or you can number them if you really want, okay? Both of them are structural technique, so you're not going to lose marks if you pick one over the other, okay? When you're writing it, again, the lovely acronym that we all love to see is our deforest, okay? See if we can remember all these again, and I'm going to write them up. We've got direct speech, again, really important in a leaflet. We're going to talk about why in a second. Alliteration, we want to grab that attention again. We want our facts and opinions, and we've got to remember that all non-fiction is not fact, okay? If you have a theory, theory might be based on fact, but your theory is your opinion, okay? Based on those facts. An opinion is what you think, or what somebody else thinks. So if you quote someone, remember you have to use our lovely quotation marks if you're getting somebody's opinion in your response, okay? Next one, rhetorical question. Now, a rhetorical question, not only does it get the reader to think really hard about their answer, but you want to frame your rhetorical question to lead them to a specific answer, okay? So the example could be, say if it's an environment one, do we really want to condemn future generations to a life of global warming? Lead them. No, the answer is no. Unless you're really cold-hearted, you're going to say no to that question. So you're trying to persuade the reader to think a certain way through your questioning. Next one is our repetition. Okay, that repeated idea. If it's a tourist one, it could be about visiting the castle. It could be about how great the castle is, how many fun events, how fun it is to be there. And you want that kind of idea to slip into each of your individual subheadings or your bullet points, okay? E is our emotive language, and again that is our umbrella term. Because within this you want to add in like your adjectives, your metaphors, which is your direct comparison, and your simile, which is your comparison using like or as, okay? Emotive language, that's if you bring in your language features. S is our statistics, and that's when you bring in percentages or fractions to show maybe if it's a tourist leaflet, how many people enjoyed the events last year. If it's a medical leaflet, it can be the percentage of how many patients benefited from a certain treatment, okay? And our last one, our triplet, okay? Those 3 powerful words or phrases to help an idea stick in your reader's mind, okay? So this is to help make them remember it, okay? These are all the techniques we need to think about when writing our leaflet. So our leaflet over here is what will look like. We'll have our big opening heading, okay? Then we're going to have our overview. And then subheading. And that's our information. We're going to have another subheading. Then we might want to, you can either do, it doesn't matter which order you do this in, we might have some points or bullet points in here with some more information. Down here, more. Another subheading with a bit more info. And down at the bottom, at the very end, because it's a leaflet, you want them to contact you. So you need to have some contact details at the end there, okay? So, name of contact, an address to contact, an email, and a telephone number, okay? Wrap some neat little package at the end so the person you're wanting to either convince to visit somewhere or maybe seek further medical advice, you want to have some contact details, okay? Remember, if you're writing a leaflet, you're going to be an expert on this topic, okay? If you're an expert, you're going to know some technical terms which maybe your normal person will not understand. So if you use any technical terms, you need to explain them, okay? Could be in brackets, getting that structural feature in there, explaining what it is. So if it was a medical one, if you're talking about diabetes, type 1, you could say it's when a patient's pancreas no longer produces insulin. They do not break down sugar as a normal person, okay? We use that example because obviously we all know I am diabetic, okay? Give an extra bit of explanation if you're using technical terms. In your exam, they're not just going to ask you for a random topic in section B. It will relate to what happened, what articles you had to analyse in section A. Give them a read through. Any technical terms you can pinch and put in your response to help you out there. So that's a brief overview on how we look at writing a leaflet, okay? So have a think about it. There is some example writing questions in the work pack sent out. If you complete them, send them in. I will mark them and I will return your results to you with obviously next steps and what you did well. Stay safe and thank you for watching.